Probably.
It's like I was trying to read through the fog. Or like
Guys, maybe closer to.
closer.
Yeah. 아, 사진 찍었어요. 지금 스트리밍이에요.
Well, salute.
A little bit closer.
Today's not some kind of holiday, is it? We don't have to salute.
They should salute like that. British people salute like this.
Why are you using your left hand, though?
Scouts.
Didn't you learn, sir? You gotta use your right hand.
North Korea.
Scouts do it with the left.
It's got like that, right? Left.
Boy Scouts do it with the left.
Scouts
The
in the
left.
military.
Yeah, well.
They're a bunch of boys who's learning how to survive in the wild, or helping out their neighbors with chocolate bars.
Tim's
Sorry.
song request this week.
Oh yes,
Good song.
it is a good song. It's actually started as a campaign to,
It's a
pe-
great game.
Yeah. What?
Good game.
It was a mobile game.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, dumb ways to die. Yeah.
I thought it started as a campaign to, stop people from committing suicide on the train station.
Yeah, and they made a game.
Oh,
Fantastic game.
neat.
It has a history. You got it.
I didn't know
Ready?
that was a game.
Yeah, ready.
Ready? Welcome back, and now it's time for our part 2, where we'll be discussing media trends. And every week we talk about a different media trend, and we have our live show with Talk and Talk. With in the studio we have Dennis and Tim. How are you guys doing?
Oh, salute. I got a crew cut, so I'm going into the military service. No, come on, man.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
why the
cut-
left
cut me off
hand?
of that.
I completed the military service. Actually.
Yeah, sure you did, because you're using your left hand to salute to everyone in the
what
audience.
does it mean? Scout. How's it, guys? I'm pretty well. And how about you, James and team?
Actually, I had a terrible sleep last night. I
Really?
kept on waking up.
You dreamed of us?
Definitely not, because that would have been a nightmare.
Oh my god.
I can relate to that, sometimes we
So you
just
tossed
can't
and
sleep.
turned while sleeping, right?
What?
Yeah, just kept on waking up.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, team?
Similar, but I was stopped by the lady while I was on, coming here. I was like, could you please tell me the direction? I'm like, oh, please, I don't really live around here. And then she started showing me these old documents. I'm like, can you please read this? I'm like, no, I'm busy. I gotta go to my, station to do my job. I was like, please, let me go. But,
So you were an unkind boy?
what do you mean unkind boy? She was clearly up to something. What kind of person
Right.
shows some kind of contract out of nowhere and say,
You
can
couldn't
you
help
read
but
this?
avoiding her, right?
Say what?
You could have helped but avoiding her, right?
I tried my best to run away from signing some weird contract. Yes, thank you very much.
It is one of the advantages of having a white face here in Korea.
Whoa.
When people come and try to talk to me and say, "Oh, 한국말 못해요," and they go away.
See, easy way.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe
Get
I
out
should
of
wear a mask all the time when I'm going outside, right?
I know I did fall down with that once. I was in the bus terminal,
Mhm.
and it was one of like the religious people
Mhm.
come
Ah,
join
yeah,
their group.
yeah.
So I said I don't speak, 한국말 못해요. So they ask in English. I said, "Oh, yeah."
Really?
So I said, "영어 못해요." So they were like, "Well, what do you speak?"
Really?
So I went, "German."
You're so much frustrated.
But then she pulled out like the German things from the
Oh
bag.
my gosh.
So it backfired a little.
They are fully ready.
Yeah, they were ready for anything. I could have said any language in the world. They would have brought out the paper.
Damn.
Well,
Were they like Mullins?
Yeah, I think they were, because I think it was the Lighthouse thing, which is the Mormon
I got it.
newspaper magazine type.
Is that the command on your hometown country? Home country too?
Mormons?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever been stopped by a Mormon to talk to them.
Some people on the street just hand out some the flyers or kind of like that, right? And do you know the
Yeah, but
religion or?
Yeah, but it doesn't really happen.
Hmm.
You get the Jehovah's Witnesses coming to the door,
Ah,
but I've never had that either. So
okay, not the door.
Yeah.
That is more dangerous.
I did have that once in Korea though, as well. So they knocked on
Somebody
the door.
knocked the door.
Somebody knocked on the door,
Huh?
and then I opened the door. They're like, no, go. Like, not
Ah.
interested. Then they came back like an hour later with someone who could
Wow.
speak English.
So you pretended you were German?
Maybe I should have done.
Are we still talking about religious?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Next time.
Anyway, we've got to get to
Oh,
this
yeah,
topic.
okay, let's
we
go,
talk-
let's
we
go.
talk
Thank
for a
you.
long
I was
Sorry,
about to fall
listener.
asleep.
So today we're going to talk about ideas for improving GFN's webpage and its application.
Sounds
So-
great.
GFN's new season is just around the corner. It's supposed to be the 19th of October, but there's a possibility it could change. And in face of that, we want to talk about some ideas about GFN's webpage and application. So I believe you guys have visited the webpage and used GFN's app.
Yeah,
You
I
have?
I looked through the web page and smartphone page too. Yeah, that page too.
Yeah.
Did
So
you just say look through? Like you only did it for, specifically for this occasion? Not regularly?
Yeah, I just wanted to share how the web page of web page it look like that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Did you see it?
yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah.
How was that? I think the PC web page is perfect. Actually, it used to be orange color before, but now it's totally changed. I really like it, but I have some comments on kind of the smartphone app page. How about you, team?
Yeah, just give it a 10 out of 10 score. Everything is perfect, There's
Oh,
not
I
a
missed!
single
Oh, some
flaw.
compliment! Oh my god!
There's not a single flaw we can, detect in this.
All right, 10 out of
website.
10. 10 out of
No,
10.
no, yeah, discussion is over, and now we can pack ourselves. No,
Just listen to songs for the rest of the show.
come on, Dennis. I thought the point was we're gonna make a comparison compared
You're
to
right.
the other English radio studios that are located in Busan and there's a Central Seoul, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, in order to do that, you have to look through every single pages of those SAS studios. And have you done that?
Not 100%, of course. Okay,
It's
maybe 60
okay.
or
Nobody's
70%.
perfect, and that's what I was trying to point out. But I think actually, the design of the GFN and also Central Seoul is actually, sorry, Busan people, but much better than that of VSFEM.
Yeah, BFM, the Busan,
Yeah.
Yes.
Busan show. Yeah.
The reason why is not because I'm biased or anything, just to letting that,
Well, there's that traditional rivalry between
Whoa.
and Busan.
I'm above that. Thank you very much. I'm above the rivalry and simple, complex nature of our two great cities. Maybe only one great city, but anyway. So here's the thing: when you actually look at the website of the, Busan English Studio, there's a subtle differences. Like when I look at GFN and from the Central Seoul area, I could tell these websites were designed for foreigners. Whose language is native with English, not in Korean nature. But when you look at Busan English Studio's website, I am not sure this website is kind of designed for Korean audience or English audience. They're just, how should I say, more Koreans into them compared to the two other studios.
Right. Okay. So what makes that different then? What makes it designed for a Korean as opposed to designed for a foreigner?
Like for example, if you go to the GFN, a lot of events that are highlighted on the main segue on the top of the page are usually in English.
Ah, right. Okay.
With the date written on it and blah 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 and other minor details in the little slide on the picture. But if you go to the Busan one, a lot of events and a lot of guiding informations are in Korean.
Right. Okay.
Which is going to be rather difficult for English speakers to actually trying to find information by using such a website.
Yeah. Okay.
You're
Yes.
right.
Obviously, GFN has that ability to switch between Korean, English, and Chinese.
Of course.
Yes.
Does Busan have that? I never noticed that. I just have it in English.
I didn't actually notice the feature, maybe because I was looking at a desktop version. Maybe on their smartphone application they have a different one. But as far as I was concerned, I think they do have a multiple language section, but the one I checked out was English.
Yeah.
And I was, kind of baffled to find a lot of Koreans mixed in there.
Yeah. Okay.
So that as a design was kind of, a little bit of a design flaw of the language design. And also, how should I say, when they put up some new event, they usually do so on the top of the page, right? Like a big picture moving slide by slide, showing the recent event and what is actually coming and blah, 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 all those important information. They usually do that on GFN and Central Seoul website, but on Busan, it was kind of like a separated. So design-wise, I also think, GFN and Central Seoul one has like a slight better design than the one from Busan.
Could we call it maybe a little bit more slick design? Yeah.
Yeah.
Design's a little slicker. Yeah.
Well, GFN is kind of government funded, and Busan, the radio station also, right? So we have to think about it, kind of the cost effectiveness first. That should be the basic platform. And then everything should be the running kind of the limited budget, right? And then
Yeah, that's always the problem. Yeah.
And we have kind of different channels, right? YouTube and the Instagram and Facebook and the web page, right? I think it's too many channels, right? And you have to think about cost effectiveness and then kind of the trend thing, and then kind of simple, right?
Mhm.
These days, the one of the trends is kind of the being simple, like the smartphone, the very famous smartphone, the flip phone, Apple. Yeah. So we have to think about it. So when I just was looking through just the desktop, the web page, it was so much tiring and boring. But the smartphone application, yeah, every moment we are in hand, smartphone, right?
Mhm.
So I think the GFN has to focus on kind of smartphone app, the design and more just beautiful decoration or kind of like that.
So need to focus more on the app
Yeah,
rather than
yeah,
the
yeah,
website.
yeah. And select and focus. Yeah, I think that should be the best way. No, team. I know you're on always on the opposite. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
What do you mean? I think your points are really, valid and, very great point that you're pointing at right now. Feel proud of yourself sometimes,
So the thing is that just I don't like to say just you don't need to compare our just the GFN and its websites to the other just stations.
Okay, let's just take a little break.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so it's actually Tim's request. So do you want to introduce it, Tim?
It's okay. You know what? I actually kind of bugged them. I cannot see the title from here.
All right.
Really?
Okay. I thought you knew it. Okay, so it's Dumb Ways to Die, and it's Emily Lubitz.
Thank you.
Good sense, bro.
I mean, I can sense your silhouettes around here, but I
Really?
cannot read the, actual letters.
Ah, okay.
I can see. No?
You, of course, you can see. You don't have a mask on or
It's this mask that's
glasses.
stopping it.
Oh, okay.
Not this. Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, so let's keep talking about today's topic. So we did briefly talk about the app, GFN's app.
Hmm.
So, let me have the straight answer. Do you use the app?
Actually, I prefer Tuning Radio, the app.
Okay.
Because Tuning Radio does the special the application of the including whole world, the all radio stations, and that is more convenient. That is really more convenient. Sometimes there is a kind of the problem, so through the Tuning Radio, just I can hear, listen to the GFN. I don't know why. It's kind of technical problem, right? Anyway, so that is my choice. Okay, so people don't go directly to kind of the special radio station app. They just try to find some kind of multiplied kind of the registration apps. So yeah, that's my choice. How about you, Tim?
Well, unlike you, very advanced socialized people, I use a good old radio.
Thank you so much.
So you just use a radio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was
Come
in the
on.
United States, I used to listen to the all the morning broadcasts before I go outside because being in United States, East Coast side and the southern area, the weather was quite unpredictable.
Really?
Yeah, people say it's going to be sunny, and later, what you know is really pouring down on your head, and you're thinking to yourself,
Mhm.
this is not what they say.
So you need to
but-
listen to the radio, right? Weather
Yeah, so
forecast.
it was like if I wake up, this is what I do. I wake up in the morning, I tune on the radio, listen to the broadcast, try
At
to
the time
see
you
what
had
the
a
weather
smartphone?
is. And then after the weather section, I skip everything and just go to my breakfast and get myself ready. So yeah, I still have an old radio going. Sometimes I have to tune in a little bit to actually listen to the GFN because this channel sometimes they don't really work right.
Even though you had a kind of smartphone, right?
You know what? I'm not really good with smartphone applications. It's like there's so many of them, right? So many apps to install for MP3 players and other business like ordering food even. I'm like I'm not really that kind of person.
How about you,
so
James?
Tim is the boomer here now.
Ah,
Well,
here is
now I'm just
Boomer.
liking those analog feeling. All right.
Okay, Boomer.
I don't want
You're
to
not
hear
boomer.
from you two who doesn't even know the definition of the ASMR.
So
Yeah.
I must admit, I do not use the app.
Mm.
And the
Okay.
reason for that, right?
Yeah.
I've always used the Fruit Company phone. And many years ago, when I first tried to download it,
Mhm.
it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
I
it
couldn't
didn't
get
work.
I couldn't get it to work. So I kind of gave up,
Mhm.
and I've not tried since. So maybe it does work now.
Mm.
I hope it does.
Mm.
I should have tried before the show, really,
Mhm.
shouldn't I? See if it
Wait
does
a
work.
minute. So you're trying to tell us you don't listen to GFN usually?
No, I do. I just don't use the app.
Yeah, I tried. I tried
Okay.
also. Maybe 1 year and a half years ago. I just tried to download the GFN app, and I just tried to listen. Just it didn't work.
Yeah.
So, but a few days ago, I just tried to download, and I just was listening to the GFN. It is working now. It is
Yeah.
working now. But there's some technical problem always. We should
Yeah.
understand.
Wait a second. Do you happen to use iPhone?
No.
Oh, then I wonder why.
Yeah, it does lead me on to one of the other things that
Yeah.
I have, but this is with the webpage.
Mm.
So if I ever want to listen to GFN through the computer,
Mhm.
which I do sometimes when I'm working, I like to have
course.
music play,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
headphones on, GFN piping in.
Mm.
I've got to use IE. Like I
Ah.
can't use the other browsers. I
Got
have
it.
to use IE
Mm,
to get
yeah.
it to work,
You got it.
and I don't like using IE.
No, I got it.
So,
We
but
understand.
yeah, and especially that's true with the AOD service.
Yeah. Let's talk about AOD service. Sunday Talk doesn't have AOD service, right?
No,
of
we
course, we
don't.
have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
But please, AOD service. Just you can focus on just listening to just sound, right? You need
Come
AOD
on.
service.
You already have a one source of listening devices. Why trying to backward the other?
Hey, and GFN has a kind of, I think, a recording files, right? So it is. I think I'm not a technician, but it's I think a little bit easy to just share just AOD, right? No.
Yeah, I must admit I don't know the technical
Yeah,
side of
yeah.
that, but I'm guessing that once it's in the system,
Hmm.
it should be possible to just upload the clip
Yeah.
to the AOD. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't mind my streaming services being archived somewhere for I don't know, for decades or so.
GFN is archiving, kind of history to just review what we've done, and then to make the better program, we need a kind of the long history like archive.
I mean, I don't think our segment is really worthy of a history of GFN.
Oh.
Just saying. I don't really
See,
mind, guys.
Media
Don't
technician
mind
really love
recording
your
me.
comments.
Don't mind recording me, please. Yeah, it's
Off the
okay. I can
record.
just fade into the nothingness, and and that'll be my goal.
Obviously, I want to give the 10 of 10 for the desktop, the web page is totally perfect. Okay, it's still changing, but we have to put more effort on the smartphone application. Some the websites. Okay, we need to change something. Okay, so I just looked at it, and wow, when I saw the Viva DJ, but not Viva DJ, the JD.
Afternoon show.
Yeah, the afternoon show with the JD. Wow, it's
Yeah, they're very good. At doing the
they
AOD,
good looking, and profile picture is really trendy, really good. Okay, so first of all the profile of the DJs. Sorry, okay, of the DJ. We have to change the afternoon with JD. Wow, it's so much good. Have you seen?
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, well, JD's very good at the social media presence.
Oh yeah. So you need to get an idea from JD.
All right. So you think all the DJs should have a bit more of a
like
profile?
a yeah. So just as soon as I just look, oh wow, that's really good. So I want to go inside. Yeah, I just got that kind of feeling. But other other program web pages, okay, oh okay, that's good. Oh, no comment. Okay, all right, no AOD service. Okay, I just okay. Okay, so make just attract listeners to be interested. That should be the first.
So you're suggesting we should try to use some thumbnail that's gonna attract a lot of attention.
Yeah, thumbnail, kind of tempting or attracting.
Yeah, I think you're also asking for a bit more a bit more information to be on there, right? So I know about me. There's basically just my picture and my name.
Ah,
right.
Yeah, I saw it. Okay.
You saw it.
Yeah. Yeah. Your James is the web some thumbnail was a little bit profile picture, right? Let's change. You're just taking a picture in a club or kind of like that, or at the teaching.
All right. Okay.
So looking more professional.
or just fighting, or just because it's kind of Sunday talk. Sunday tech, we have a kind of discussion session, right?
Mhm.
Okay, just a fighting or kind of like, or just wearing some boxing glove or kind of like that.
Right. Okay. So maybe each show the host should do a bit more to put a bit more
Yeah.
information and presence onto the
Yeah,
website.
sure. Oh, yeah, show a
Um,
little more, a little entertainment with a more funny image, or yeah, some character.
And maybe the show could as well. I think because I think there could be more like photos going on
You're right.
about
You're right.
who is involved in it, who's the regular guests could be in
You're
in a
right.
photo kind of thing.
You're right.
I know Tim doesn't want to be in a photo, but
We don't need him.
just put a black circle.
Yeah, yeah. See? Oh, thanks. I really like your idea.
You know what? I don't really mind. Just put a sensor on it. I don't know. Even change my voice. Why not?
Pixelate.
You're
Pixel
right.
his face.
Pixel.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of going to be like meaningless though because I'm already wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And the
Well,
last
no.
time,
I think we pixelate the mask. Just
Yeah. That should be better. That should be better.
all right.
Mhm.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, last time I checked on our website in particular in our segment,
Yeah.
there was a picture of me in a turkey suit.
yes, there is.
Yeah, I
that
saw
one,
it.
Is it still there?
I think so. Yeah.
No.
Uh,
Let's remove that. How about that? Let's remove it and trying to put James on it with some boxing gloves, or I don't know if you like
boxing
cooking, you
gold
can put
and
some hat on it.
punching the team's head. Or
Yeah,
just-
I'm all for pixelation or censor. I'm all for it as
Yeah.
long as I'm not here.
Mhm. Anyway, these days, the many people just want some funny things, right? Of course, there should be meaning, right? Meaningful, right? So yeah, let's a little change the clothes into a little funny thing section, and for GFN, I think it's a little bit more fun and it's a little bit more interesting and exciting. And then one more thing, the last thing I wanted to say is always we have to think about it cost effective. So you don't need to have the many channels. Just focus on one or two channels, and then just we can make it better. I think that could be more powerful to attract more listeners.
So what you're telling me is we should focus on a few channels that actually matter and forget about the other minor channels like ours. If you forgot it.
I think he doesn't mean channels like as in the show.
Yeah.
I think you mean channels like F-book.
Yeah, not the programs.
Like
The channels.
Okay. Sure. I thought you were trying to tell us that our show is meaningless or
Yeah,
something.
for example, I running my business of teaching English, right? I just running just only the blog. Only blog.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you do that
Of course,
sometimes.
the Instagram and the YTube channel, but just a little, right? But it works. It works. And blog always provides a good kind of the image decoration with the platform. Yeah, it will be very helpful.
All right, so I think we've got lots more to say. I think
Mhm.
I've certainly got a few more to think, but we've run out of time.
We need more e-meeting.
Yeah. So that was all for our Talk and Talk segment with Tim and Dennis. Sorry, discussing media trends. So thanks for coming in, guys.
Always short. Okay. Bye. Bye.
We'll see you again
Bye,
next week.
listeners. Okay. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Somebody seems ready to go home.
That's another thing. Go